Do you know that weird saying about pretty much any hobby that you can think of, that buying supplies for it is an entirely separate hobby compared to the hobby itself? Be that reading or crochet or sewing, all of the materials are just lying around the house. You have like upcoming projects. Apparently acquiring jigsaw puzzles is also a separate hobby. I have been basically piling puzzles ever since I got very deeply into the hobby, and especially since I'm speed puzzling, I just have way too many. But also there's just so many other shelves in the house, and also at the moment sometimes on the floor. This is not okay. But there's also a completely separate problem altogether, which is that I have a big number of large puzzles. Even though I have in the past done 3,000 pieces, and I really enjoyed that, and they fit very comfortably on my table. I didn't really plan on getting any higher piece counts than that, but somehow they still just kept appearing in my house. The main reason that I say that they appeared is that I didn't buy all of these. There are some that I did buy, but for a lot of them, I either got them at events or puzzle swaps or anywhere else, basically as gifts from people. So they really just kept appearing, and I don't really know what to do with them anymore. I really want to go through all of these puzzles, and I also would like to know which one you would like to see on a video. I do think that some of them are going to make a really interesting solve, and I could turn them into a good story. So you're definitely going to see some of them, but my ideas of these videos might not be the same as yours, and primarily I'm making videos for you. So if there's one that you would definitely like to see and you want me to consider, then let me know in the comments. So right now, if I add up all of these puzzles, then I basically have 66,500 pieces to solve in the upcoming few months. I'm definitely not going them one after the other. I also want to go to speed puzzle events, and I just want to do other stuff as well. And these take time. So it's definitely not going to be happening in a couple of days, but there are some puzzles that I have to get rid of or give back to people, so I'm going to be trying to do as much of these puzzles as possible. Oh, these are actually heavy. Should I consider doing the whole video with the puzzle boxes in front of my face? We're starting with the 2,000 piece puzzles. So we're going to go through these puzzles not very much in detail, because if I make a video about them, then you're going to hear anyway. And then if I am completing them, you're also going to be seeing them on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, then do, because that's where I usually post the puzzles that I'm doing, and that's where you can find out a little bit more about the puzzles, and we just in general have good conversation over on Instagram, so follow me. The first puzzle on the list is a 2,000 piece Cloudberries. I honestly have no idea how this puzzle got into my possession. It has been here for years. I have just been pushing it to actually do it because the image terrifies me. I think it's going to be a really difficult one, and it might break my brain a little bit. It might also be a pleasant surprise. It might be way easier than what it looks like, but just the colors and the repeating patterns and the 2,000 pieces, I think this is going to be a challenging one, but I definitely want to do this, and we'll see. The next ones are 2 pieces and piece puzzles. They're still in the wrapping, so I haven't touched these at all. And this one I won't until Christmas, because it's a whole Christmassy themed puzzle. It has the 12 days of Christmas. I very clearly remember buying this one because there was a sale somewhere and I noticed it. And as soon as I see the 12 days of Christmas, I have that song going in my head. And it just started in my head and I couldn't leave it there. So this is a puzzle that I'm going to be saving for Christmas, and I honestly can't wait to do it because it's a beautiful artwork. This one, on the other hand, is basically also just a fun image of a cafe, and at one point it's going to turn up on my puzzling table. I do like pieces and piece pictures. I think they are very characteristic also of the brand. Once you see a picture, you kind of know that it's a pieces and piece puzzle, and this is no exception for that. The only thing that holds me back from doing these puzzles is that the piece cut is, let's say, not the best. It has some false fits. It does take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you kind of get into the puzzle, the piece cut also doesn't really bother you that much. You're definitely going to hear about this puzzle more in an upcoming video because I got this at the 24-hour marathon in France. That event was using puzzles from this family of brands, including Ellipson, Grafika, Bluebird, and Pieces and Piece even. And this is the one that I agreed with my team that I can take home. And I'm really happy I did. It's a super enjoyable puzzle. It's everything that I love about a puzzle image. It's these vintage posters, and I just love these. It's a really, really fun puzzle, and I think our team did really well on this one as well. So this is a puzzle that I'm definitely keeping in my collection because it just connects with a really, really good memory. I'm not going to explain too much about this puzzle because you have already seen it in one of my videos before. I also had a vote that included this puzzle, whether I should do it or not, and it didn't come out as a winner. There were other puzzles that were more popular, so I still haven't done it yet. However, it's an image that I'm definitely going to enjoy a lot. Anything Disney is right up my alley though, so I'm really looking forward to actually doing this puzzle because a collage is also just always fun to do, and whenever I'm doing a Disney puzzle, I also just have the songs going in my head for whichever character I'm actually working on, and sometimes I just get stuck with specific songs compared to others. Let me know if that happens to you as well, because I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person who regularly has the Aristocats song stuck in their head, or the songs that the Muses sing in the Hercules films, something like that. And I'm just going to take these Ravensburgers as bulk because they're all puzzles that have just landed in my possession. Most of them either were gifts from friends or swaps from puzzle events, or literally just someone grabbed it and thought of me and just gave it to me at a puzzle event. So these are all puzzles that I definitely want to do also for practice, because especially this one is something that is not a strong suit of mine. It has a lot of sky on there and like the water lines and the greenery, so it's something that I think would also help with my speed puzzling skills a little bit. Apparently a lot of people also abandoned doing this puzzle because it's just so hard, and it's a panorama and it's not an easy one. There's so much repetition, there's so much black. But it's a Harry Potter puzzle, and I have a lot of Harry Potter puzzles, so most likely I'm going to do a Harry Potter marathon at some point, because I have a lot of Potter puzzles that are in my possession, and just to go through them one after the other would actually be pretty cool. This one is also kind of for a speed puzzle practice in a way, because you have 4 very distinct sections, and it's all, again, nature. It has a lot of texture, it has a lot of sky, it has a lot of green, and I think that if I did more of these puzzles, I could become a better speed puzzler. But that's definitely something for the future. It's also just a puzzle that I keep pushing because it's not necessarily something that I enjoy per se. So I'm going to try and get myself to get through this puzzle and then swap it on, because I got this at a puzzle swap. And the last one of the 2000 piece puzzles is this Amy Stewart, which I'm absolutely in love with, and I'm not entirely sure why I haven't done it yet. I got this at a puzzle swap as well. Not necessarily me, myself, but a friend of mine actually picked it up from a swap saying that this is definitely my type of puzzle, and she wasn't wrong. This is my type of puzzle, and I'm honestly clueless why it hasn't been on my puzzle table yet. It's a lovely image, it's just so much going on, all of the animals on there, it's just everything I love about the puzzle. But it's Amy Stewart, it's the usual. There's actually not even that many 3000 piece puzzles in my house right now. I have had more, obviously. I have also uploaded one of the 3000 piece puzzles that I solved onto this channel, but I already gave it away to a friend. I only have these puzzles right now, and let's see what they are. Again, nature themed. There's somehow these nature puzzles that I keep getting because I know that I'm not super good with solving nature puzzles and skies and stuff like that. So I thought this would be good practice. You have also seen this puzzle before, asking if you want to see if this puzzle be completed, but it also wasn't as popular as the other puzzles, so it has been sitting on my shelf for a while. Even though I completely love the goats on here, I also just keep pushing it because it takes a long time to solve. So This is just on my to-do list. I will get to it at one point. The next two puzzles are super special to me. This puzzle is still wrapped in foil and it hasn't been opened ever since I had it. And this puzzle has moved with me pretty much everywhere where I live. The thing about this is that I got this for a birthday from my family years ago. So I think I have owned this puzzle for at least 10 years, if not more. I just never solved it. And the main reason for that is that it looks so hard. The only colorful part on it is the bicycle, and then everything else is black and white, and it's buildings, and there's so much sky, and there's the reflection. So this is one of the very good examples of a well-meaning relative or friend giving you a puzzle as a gift because they know you like puzzles, and then usually they gift you like beautiful pictures that are extremely hard to do. So it has been sitting on my shelf for years and years, and I think silently judging me, but I definitely have the intention to do it at one point, just maybe not yet. And then this other puzzle is also a special one. This was a prize puzzle at the 10-hour marathon in Erpong, and we got this as a prize for our placement. So it was a team of 5 that got this 3,000 piece puzzle. 2 of my teammates have already done it, and now it's my turn. It's just a special puzzle. It has been to my friends, and it is also signed by all of us on the inside of the box, so that it's a nice memory of that time that we spent together. Now we are arriving to the individual puzzles, because these are just one puzzle from the specific piece count. 4,000 pieces. This is also a puzzle that kind of just ended up in my hand at an event. It was a puzzle swap, and this was one of the leftover puzzles that nobody really wanted. And then I was thinking to myself, if I'm gathering large piece count puzzles anyway recently, then why not take it with me? So it's a Castorland puzzle. I have absolutely no idea if it is missing a piece or if it's full. Again, it's a nature picture. I'm most likely going to be pushing doing this for a while. Even though for swapped puzzles, I don't really want to do that because I want to return it to the community so that someone else can enjoy it as well. So I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as I can. But again, it just has so many things that I'm not really good at. Castorland is a Polish brand. And what's interesting about it is that with the larger piece counts, it actually has like tiny pieces. I think even their 500 piece puzzles are smaller than regular 500 pieces, but the large puzzles definitely have tiny pieces, which actually makes it more comfortable to do because you need less space. So I'm going to try and squeeze this into my schedule so that I can return it to the community as quickly as I can. We are getting to the large puzzles now. I've got a 6,000 piece Schmidt here. At one point when I realized that I'm kind of leaning into getting large puzzles, I was obviously browsing the internet for what large puzzles are out there. I ended up seeing this on 50% off, and who wouldn't have got a 6,000 piece puzzle for 50% off. It is a Thomas Kincaid puzzle, and there's actually 4 of this in a series. So I was really torn which one I want to get because obviously all 4 were on 50% discount. This is definitely double the size of any puzzle that I have ever done before. And so I just honestly can't picture how I'm going to do this puzzle. Already with 1,000 pieces, the Kincaid puzzles can be very tricky because a lot of the image is actually pretty dark and there's a lot of challenging areas that are hard to see. And this is also just full of them. And if I think about the scale of how large the image is going to be, it's just going to be a project. I'm really looking forward to doing this puzzle because it's just a very special movie to me. And also it's the Lion King. If you have been on social media related to puzzles in any way, then you have seen this image. It's pretty much anything that a puzzler might want from a large puzzle. It's also probably a very good entry into huge puzzles because there's these very defined sections that you can sort out very well, and it's probably just easier to work with. And the puzzle is just absolutely beautiful. The image is by Rose Cat Khan, who herself is also very active on social media related to puzzles. She was also a featured artist at US Nationals this year. So she is an artist who definitely knows what puzzle people want. And this puzzle is all of that. I definitely want to do this puzzle as soon as I can. Also because I already have the boards for it. So here I'm prepared for doing the puzzle itself. Everything is ready for this puzzle. But it's also just such a big project. So I'm also just kind of saving up the energy for it. This is 9,000 pieces and it's a Disney puzzle. It's also, I think, a quite popular one because Disney images are always popular. And the same as the 7,000 pieces, it might also be a very good entry into giant puzzles because it's probably going to be very sortable. I'm saying probably because I haven't done large puzzles before, so I don't know. However, I think that because of the smaller sections with each individual picture of the Disney movies is going to make it sortable. And I would like to think that that is going to make it easier to complete. As with the 2,000 piece one, it's a Disney collage. I am a huge fan of these kinds of puzzles. It's 3 times as big as the largest puzzle that I have ever done. It's going to take so much time. And this one I definitely want to mix as well because somehow it feels like this could be one where I can work with 9,000 pieces. Looking forward to actually do this puzzle and I'll see when I get to it. This puzzle feels like an absolute monster. 13,500 pieces. It's a Trefl puzzle of the Prime series with the unlimited fit technology. So it's basically the same as the 6,000 piece one that I have done. The only difference being that this has 9 bags of 1,500 piece puzzles. So in theory, you can attach all of the puzzles together and that forms a large 13,500 piece puzzle in the end. But I think that it probably has the same problem as the 6,000 piece one, where I was pretty disappointed to find out that the puzzle pieces don't really match on the edges. So it's really hard to attach them and it looks wonky and the fit is just not nice. Probably it's going to be the same with this one, but I'm going to have to find out. The other thing that I'm slightly afraid of with this puzzle is that it's 9 times pretty much the same puzzle, and I already had that problem with the 6,000 piece one that I just kind of got bored. It's so repetitive. Here even the layout is the same. The puzzle itself is called The Journey of 1,000 Miles and it shows pictures from around the world. I basically just kind of want to come up with a way to make this puzzle interesting before I complete it. And if you have any ideas for any kind of challenge that I can make these 9 puzzles more interesting with, then let me know in the comments, because I need some inspiration. Just speedrunning it is also kind of repetitive, so I don't really know what to do with it. If I can come up with some good challenges that I can record with this and make it a little bit more interesting, then I'm definitely going to do it. In general, I'm just afraid of getting bored a little bit. It's a lot of pieces. However, don't think that I'm trash talking it. There's something that is really good about this puzzle because the 13,500 pieces and the individual bags of 1,500 is actually a super bargain if you ever want to get this puzzle. There are people who just buy these large puzzles to have the individual puzzles of 1,500 pieces completed, and that's how they enjoy puzzling. It's kind of a budget puzzle because it's a bundle that you can get the puzzles in. So it is a really good concept and I think it's a very good idea. I just wish it wasn't that repetitive. But more on this puzzle once I actually have a video to showcase it in. This was my large puzzle collection and it's just so many pieces. I really don't know how I ended up with this many. I'm going to try and get through them as much as I can and show you the process. So if you have enjoyed this video, then definitely hit the like button and comment your favorite one so that I can consider it for a future video. I'm going to be getting back to event reports now because I have still been to 2 other events that I haven't told you about yet, and I definitely want to. So the next video that is coming up is going to be the German Championship, and then I will tell you about the 24-hour marathon in France, which was probably my biggest experience in my puzzling career so far. So I can't wait to tell you about those. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in the next one.